In the old days, if the king wanted to send a message to one of his lords far away, he would have the message written down and stamped with the king's wax seal and taken and delivered by a trusted servant. The servant would perhaps wait for a reply on a paper sealed by the Lord's seal and take the reply back to the king. If the Queen wanted to send you a message in these days, what ways could she use? For example, a letter in the post, or send it to one of her Lord Lieutenants and they could deliver it to you in person, or send a telegram or a fax perhaps, or an email, or even just pick up the telephone and speak to you direct. And then there's the online methods of WhatsApp or Zoom or Skype or FaceTime, etc. But suppose God wanted to send you a message, how do you think he would do it? Perhaps you've heard of the Israelite king who saw the writing on the wall, or perhaps a message written in the clouds. What about an audible voice that stops you in your tracks, or a still small voice in the middle of the night, or a vivid dream while you're sleeping, or a phrase in the Bible jumps out at you while you're reading it? There are many different ways that God can speak to us and send us a message. The Apostle Paul said that prophecy was the most important gift of the Holy Spirit. He urged his readers to develop their Holy Spirit gifts, and above all, prophecy. Prophecy is when someone passes on a message from God. In the church, we've tended to leave prophecy to the minister, and only to use it as part of preaching, rather than for personal messages to an individual. But prophecy is one of the many gifts of the Spirit which help us to serve God like Jesus did. Prophecy can help us in many situations, especially when we don't know what to do. As Paul said, let us press on and strive to use the Holy Spirit gifts to build up our fellowship and congregation here in Northwest Lochaber. Speak, Lord, and let your servants listen.